What if I told you there's a town where your living room is in one country and your kitchen is in another? Or that there's a strip of desert on Earth that nobody wants, not even the countries it touches? These aren't mistakes on Google Maps. They're real places with some of the strangest, most mind-bending borders you'll ever see. Today, we're looking at 10 countries with the weirdest borders you've probably never seen. Number 1. Barl-Hertog and Barl-Nassau, Belgium and the Netherlands. Let's start with the world's most confusing puzzle. The town of Barl-Hertog in Belgium looks normal until you zoom in. It's split into 22 separate fragments scattered inside the Netherlands. And inside those Belgian pieces, tiny Dutch pieces. It's borders inside borders, like Russian nesting dolls. Here's how weird it gets. Some houses are literally cut in half by the border. One side of the front door is Belgian, the other is Dutch. During the pandemic, this caused chaos because one side of shop had to close under Dutch rules, while the Belgian side could stay open. Imagine shopping for groceries by simply walking 2 steps across an invisible line and finding different rules. Number 2. Kaliningrad, Russia. Now let's travel north. Most of Russia is one giant landmass, but not Kaliningrad. This piece of Russia is completely cut off, wedged between Poland and Lithuania. It's a Russian island of land inside the European Union. Historically, it was part of Germany and known as Königsberg. After World War II, the Soviet Union claimed it and kept it. Today, it's home to Russia's Baltic Fleet, making it one of the most militarized spots in Europe. So when you look at Kaliningrad on a map, you're not just seeing an odd border. You're seeing a Cold War relic still sitting in the middle of NATO territory. Number 3. Lesotho, inside South Africa. Some countries are so unique, they're completely surrounded by another. Meet Lesotho. It's an independent kingdom sitting entirely inside South Africa. Think of it as a country in the middle of another country's territory, an enclave. But here's the twist. Lesotho isn't just surrounded. It's also the only country in the world where every inch of land is above 1,000 meters in elevation. It's literally a nation in the clouds. This geography gives it stunning mountains, waterfalls, and plateaus. But it also means harsh winters, isolated villages, and a way of life shaped by rugged terrain. Lesotho proves that borders aren't just political. They're tied to nature itself. Number 4. Alaska, USA. At first glance, Alaska looks like a big block at the top of North America. But here's the thing. It's completely separated from the rest of the United States. To get there by land, you have to drive through Canada. That makes it an exclave of the U.S., land detached from the main body. And Alaska isn't just big. If it were its own country, it would rank as the 18th largest nation in the world. That's bigger than Iran, bigger than Mexico, even bigger than Saudi Arabia. So yes, the U.S. is technically split in 2, thanks to Canada sitting in the middle. Number 5. Bir Tawil, Egypt and Sudan. Borders usually create fights over land. But what about land that nobody wants? That's the story of Bir Tawil. It's a small stretch of desert between Egypt and Sudan. Here's the catch. If Egypt claims Bir Tawil, they lose claim to a much more valuable area nearby. And if Sudan claims it, they lose too. So both countries basically shrug and ignore it. The result? Bir Tawil is the only piece of habitable land on Earth that's officially terra nullius, Latin for no man's land. People have even tried declaring their own kingdoms there, but none are recognized. It's like a blank square on a map, waiting for someone brave or crazy enough to move in. Number 6. Point Roberts, USA and Canada. Now let's move to the US-Canada border. There's a tiny American town called Point Roberts, located just south of Vancouver, Canada. The only way to reach it from the rest of the US is by driving through Canada and then crossing back into the US again. Sounds inconvenient? It gets stranger. Children in Point Roberts often cross the border 4 times a day just to attend school. Imagine forgetting your passport on the school bus. For residents, grocery shopping, mail delivery, and even medical services are tied up in a maze of border checks. It's everyday life, but with customs officers in the way. Number 7. The Diomede Islands, Russia and USA. Now, let's cross to the Bering Strait, between Russia and Alaska. There are 2 small islands here, Big Diomede and Little Diomede. Big Diomede belongs to Russia. Little Diomede belongs to the United States. They're only 4 kilometers apart. But here's the mind-blowing part. The international date line runs between them. That means Big Diomede is almost a full day ahead of Little Diomede. So when it's Sunday morning in Alaska, it's already Monday morning in Russia. Across a gap, you could kayak in less than an hour. It's nicknamed the Tomorrow Island and Yesterday Island. Time travel is real. You just need a boat. Number 8. The Gambia, inside Senegal. Now zoom into West Africa. There's a skinny ribbon of a country hugging a river, the Gambia. It's so narrow, it looks like someone traced the Gambia River with a pen and said, "That's the border." The Gambia is almost completely surrounded by Senegal, except for its Atlantic coastline. It's also the smallest country on mainland Africa. But don't let its size fool you. The Gambia is home to over 500 species of birds, lush river ecosystems, and vibrant culture. Its border may look strange, but its history as a former British colony carved out this unusual shape. Number 9. Oecusse, East Timor. Not all strange borders are well known. Take Oecusse, part of East Timor. East Timor itself is one of Asia's youngest nations, gaining independence in 2002. But Oecusse is an exclave completely cut off, surrounded by Indonesia. It's like a forgotten pocket of East Timor that most travelers don't even know exists. Getting there means crossing through Indonesian territory or flying indirectly. Its isolation makes it a world apart, even from the rest of East Timor. Number 10. Nahwa UAE, inside Oman, inside UAE. And finally, let's end with the ultimate border puzzle. There's a small village called Nahwa. It belongs to the United Arab Emirates, but it's surrounded by Omani land called Mada, and that land is itself surrounded by the UAE. So yes, you have UAE land inside Oman, inside the UAE. It's like border inception, 3 layers deep. For locals, it means everyday life involves driving across international lines just to reach another part of their own country. A perfect example of how messy human borders can get. Borders aren't just lines drawn on maps. There's stories of wars fought, empires collapsed, treaties signed, and people adapting to geography in strange ways. From towns split down the middle, to countries surrounded like islands on land, to territories that literally no one wants. These borders remind us that our world is far stranger than it first appears. So here's the question for you. If you had to live in one of these border oddities, which one would you choose and why? Would you pick a mountain kingdom like Lesotho, a time-traveling island like Diomede, or maybe the no-man's land of Bir Tawil? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey through the world's weirdest borders, don't forget to subscribe, because there are even more unbelievable geography facts waiting to be explored.